In this tutorial, we are going to cover from start to finish making a rhinestone design in CorelDRAW. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up a blank page here, and I'm just going to grab a star tool and hold down my control to make a perfect star shape, and I just want to go ahead and make it a 5-point standard star. And so I'm going to go ahead and fill this with rhinestones. Use my rhinestone fill tool. I am going to make my stones a little smaller. We'll make it a stone size 6. Let's go ahead and make it red too. And then I am going to choose for my fill, let's go ahead and make it a cascade fill. And I'm also going to, because this looks a little funky around here, I'm going to choose my border to be on the outline, because right now it's on the inside. So I'll go ahead and apply that. That looks very much like a star. And so I like that. I think I do need to tweak a couple additional pieces here. Let's see, I'm going to see if merging will make a small difference there. That actually filled it in a little nicer, so I'll keep it like that. And actually at this point, I think it's pretty good. If I choose right here my rhinestone tool, I still can come real far in here and just add a couple more if I think it's sparse right in the middle, which it did look a little bit to me. So now that I have my star here, I'm going to go ahead and take this guy and copy him and paste him right on top of there. And then I'm going to hold down my shift key, which allows me to move it outward from my star. It has the same rhinestone properties as well, so I'm actually going to just turn this star into artwork. So now it's just a regular vector line. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust these points in just a bit. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead now into this one. I'm going to just add the rhinestone outlines. So there we go. Let's go ahead and make this blue. And I'll keep this at the stone size 10. You'll notice that I'm having some issues with my corners. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. I'm going to use my rhinestones corner tool. I'm going to apply my dots to my corners, and then when I click on my pick tool, you'll notice now it's setting those perfect corners up for me. So I'm just going to go around the entire shape of the star, adding my perfect corners. When I get to corners like this where I can't see them, I'm just going to go ahead and hide my rhinestones with my Show Rhinestone tool and add my corners again to it. That way I just know that in every corner I'm going to have a rhinestone, and so it will look like a perfect star. Here's my last corner right there. I'll go ahead and click back on my Show Rhinestones to here they are, and click on my pick tool. There, we'll adjust them. You'll see at the corners I still do have an overlapping rhinestone. Here's where I will use my Rhinestones tool. Hold down my shift key and delete one stone from each point like that. That way I will not have any overlapping stones. Actually, that one is good. Delete that. So there we go. So now I have no more overlapping stones. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple decorative free place rhinestones to sparkle around my star. And I am also, here, I'm just going to collect them. I'm holding down my shift key to collect all of these. And I'm going to make them all stone size 6. Apply, make them all red, and while I'm at it, I'm just going to group them just so that I don't get them lost at all. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of text to this. I'm going to add text on a circle around my star, so I'm going to make my circle bigger than my star, and I was holding down my control key to make it a perfect circle here. Let's go ahead and add text. Let's see here. I want to make this a stone size 6 as well. So I'm going to adjust that stone size 6. And let's go ahead and now adjust my text here. I'm going to make it say Superstar, apply, and I want this to be, why don't we go ahead and set it to a different font here. I'll choose a bold serif. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this height a little smaller because I don't want it going around my star or my circle quite so much. There we go. That actually looks quite nice. I feel like that maybe some of my letters are a little further away from others, so I can use here my edit text tool. I'm going to go ahead and just adjust some of my letters here a little bit. There we go, so everything looks nicely spaced. Okay, and I'm going to make this red as well. So I'm going to go ahead now. I have it, I like it. You'll notice, especially I see in my R here, I have yellow stones, which means I have overlapping stones, so we need to tweak that. So I'm going to go ahead and break my gem object apart, and that will make it so that I can zoom in on here and tweak those overlapping stones. So I'm going to come down here and use my Rhinestones tool right here, which will allow me just to kind of tweak this little guy right over here. And I'm going to adjust a couple things as well. So I can come in here and really fine tune my Rhinestones fonts. Oops, I added one I didn't mean to. That way I can really get this looking exactly as I want it. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to go ahead and select all of my letters here and group those together. Let's go ahead and copy and paste it. And I'm going to rotate, so I have one on top of the other. I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees and finish out this nice circle. There we go, Superstar. And let's add just a little bit more. I'm going to make a little circle right here. We'll add rhinestones to that. That blue. There we go. So that's stone size 10, which matches my stone size 10 here. And I'm going to copy and paste that guy too, and just put another one over here. And so it doesn't matter, I just have a standard paper size on here. Clearly we are spilling over the top, but it really doesn't matter because this is going to be sent to our cutter. There, that looks really nice. And then the way that this is sent to your cutter is right up here, this little cutter with the rhinestones. This is send rhinestones to cutter. If I click on that, it will bring up our print preview box here, and it shows our different stone separations. So we have 2 pages, and that's because we have 2 stone sizes and colors. So this one right here is the smaller red stones, and then this one would be like the blue, the larger blue stones, which is good. That means we have all of our blues are the same size and all of our reds are the same size as well. And so that is how you would make a design in CorelDRAW, just using CorelDRAW and our EZ Gem Designer from start to finish.